Hey guys, thanks for joining me tonight. It's Elise Smith, your success coach, and I have my little Spike guy today. He's my pup son, and the reason why he is doing this video with me today is that it is all about slowing down to be more productive. And it's crazy because I've never really thought of this concept before. Hey Diana! I have been choosing to let go of TV in my life, which has been a huge addiction for me. I could watch it for hours and hours and hours and then feel bad about myself for watching it because I wasn't productive. And so I have been choosing to read more books lately. Hey, Nancy. And so I have been reading about this idea of slowing down to be more productive. And it's crazy because it's been working for me. I am the type of person to go do, just go until I can't run anymore. And so I found a way to be able to slow down a little bit. Sometimes some things in the book that they talk about is just taking time for yourself. Writing is a great way to slow down and be more productive. And I've got Spike here because he reminds me to pet him and just have some fun with him every single day, whether that's having fun with your kids, taking time for yourself. One thing I've been doing is I've been writing for 10 minutes, just whatever comes into mind. Hey, Joe. Hey, Lisa. Thanks for joining. So just writing whatever comes to mind every single day. And it is so cool because I'm able to really process and think about the things that I'm doing. And so slowing down to take some time for yourself kind of helps to fill your well, so to speak, because you can't give from an empty well. But it also gives time to ponder and to think and to include the Lord in what you're doing. One of the most productive times that I have ever had was when I was going through a church class and they were talking about how we always have this big, long to-do list of things to do every single day. And it's best to wake up in the morning and read and pray and then pray about what of those tasks on your to-do list really should get done or need to get done that day. And so it's cool because as I was doing that, Heavenly Father would be able to tell me, okay, this is your top priority. These are the two things you need to get done. And remarkably, I was able to get done things that were so much more important than all of the other random to-do tasks that need to get done. And so just thinking about what needs to get done before it gets done instead of just going to do it. It sounds counterproductive, but giving it some thought and planning beforehand does a lot. And that could be just thinking about it on your drive to work. That could be writing like I do. That could be playing with your kids and kind of having that in the back of your mind. Or praying or meditation. All of that works really well. Because I found that when I go do all these crazy things one after another, I can't multitask because honestly, I think multitasking is a huge lie because you're splitting your focus and you're not as productive when you multitask. But also that you kind of have this scarcity mindset of like, okay, I've got all these things that have to get done. Raise your hand or give me a shout out if you ever have that feeling of like, oh, I just wish I had more time in my day, because we all have that feeling. And if we have that feeling of, I wish there was more time in my day, and we bring that scarcity mindset, so to speak, into the task that we're working on, then we're not going to be as productive in that task. We may feel like, well, we won't have time for that task, and so we start cutting corners and things like that. And we may not like the product that we end up with. It might be rushed or not given as much thought as we'd like to, or even given for the wrong reason. So just making sure that we take that time to think about it beforehand, and including God, because as we talked about in other videos, he is the best CEO, the best partner we can possibly have, for him to be able to say, okay, looking at this long to-do list, these are your top 3 most important things to get done today. So I encourage you to just slow down and think about what it is that you'd like to get done and why. What's the reason behind it? And take some time to plan for the future in your mind or out on paper. It's amazing that when we slow down and we be still and know that he is God, that he really does pour out those revelations to us because we're taking time to listen and not just do. So I am totally preaching to the choir here because I'm still working on that concept of slowing down. But the last couple of weeks that I have done that has been huge for me. So I would encourage you to look at your life and figure out where you can slow down a little bit and simplify. As the LDS Church has definitely recommended that we do, is simplify. I think that it really does help. So thanks so much for watching today, guys. Angie, shout out to you as well. And thanks for always listening to my crazy thoughts that come up randomly. And if you want more information, check out www.lastingempowerment.com. Thanks, guys. Have an awesome evening.